Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a quick video today about what I've been seeing in the market. Some interesting projects coming up, and so we'll get right into it. Before we begin, a couple of quick things. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you did. I'm making some of these videos, and so hopefully people are finding them useful. But we're sitting at 15 subscribers, looking pretty good. Would like to have more people on the journey with me. And then secondly, nothing that I mentioned today is financial advice, so definitely do your research, do your own research on these projects, and be okay with only using money that you can afford to lose. So we'll kind of get right into it. The first project is Wizards and Dragons. I'm sure you guys have seen this today. This is kind of following. I'm probably not going to cover as many of these Wolf game derivative projects after this video, unless something crazy happens. But this one saw a lot of volume today, and actually, I was really early in this Discord. I could have probably gotten a whitelist spot, but I didn't really want to. So I didn't mint any of these. I was kind of watching it yesterday when it was around 0.15, 0.17, and then today it actually sold out in the pre-sale. They ended up extending the pre-sale, and it sold out, and it's been doing pretty well. It's up to 0.33 on the secondary market. However, we did see that there was a potential exploit. It didn't seem like, I think someone minted or someone was able to get a few dragons, but nothing crazy, and the team fixed it apparently. I haven't really dug into it, but just goes to show that nothing, there hasn't been a single one of these games that has like come up without an exploit. So um, I do think that this fad is going to probably die off pretty soon, but if you're trying to get into one of these projects, just be careful. Know that it probably won't take off. This one had a lot of hype coming in. I think Pranksy ended up minting some of these, and so that's why I kind of got that push, but I don't expect that to happen with a lot of these other derivative projects. Honestly, the art looks kind of trash, but I think that this trend is probably going to die soon. I am still waiting on the Noundles, which I do have one of those. They've been kind of quiet, and so hopefully that one works out for me. But I would try to slowly start moving away from these types of projects. All right, so the second project that we have is called Worldwide Webland. So I actually really like this project. I saw it again. I saw this at 0.12, and I could have gotten in, but I didn't. It's essentially a metaverse play where you can buy these apartments, and they kind of go all the way up into small, medium, large, and penthouse. Penthouses are going for a few ETH. So sales have been really crazy. This floor has been skyrocketing. It got all the way up to 0.5, I believe. And the thing that's cool about this project is not only is that you can buy real estate in the metaverse, but they actually have a fully functional game. And so maybe I can show it here. So this was actually active for the whitelist, but you can move around and do things here, and interact with things. This is closed, it seems, but this was really awesome, and you saw a bunch of people just walking around with their MetaMask logged in, and this was really cool. I really liked this. And so I looked into the artist a little bit and the creator. They seem like they know what's going on. They're a game developer, so I'm pretty bullish on this project. I think it could maybe even go up a little bit more if like they release a new game or something. For me, it's a little bit too high right now, so I probably won't be getting in. But with things like Treeverse, we saw people are getting into these land plays, and so I think that that's something that's going to keep getting bigger, especially like if you can dress these things and do things within this game. It honestly feels a little bit like Pokemon meets The Sims, to me. So I would keep an eye on this type of project. And given that I actually did see this project minting, Voxelville, which is a similar land play. I actually didn't know much about it, but there was only 750 minting, and I copped two of them. I already sold one, but I'm holding on to my other one. Um, but this is actually pretty interesting. So after doing a little bit of more research into this, it seems like they've been coming in waves. So today was the beach one that got minted, but previously they had an Halloween edition. They've had different types of lands. Like this is the Halloween edition, and then the one upcoming is going to be the one in Japan. And so they've been around for a couple months now, it seems. I think the reason this kind of spiked up today was because we just had the Worldwide Webland spike, and so people saw this as almost a secondary play to get a piece of land. I'm still holding on to mine because mine minted with some residents. So I had two people on my land, and apparently, if you have people, you get airdropped those NFTs separately. So I do think I'm pretty bullish on this new trend. of land. This is probably a long-term play, but if you're in for a quick flip, you can probably snag one of these things. I'm sure there's going to be other derivatives coming out, and kind of get ahead with a quick flip if you're into that. But I do really like these. You know, it gives me vibes of just having something of your own. It would be nice if you can add things and build on top of this, which I'm assuming that that's probably the play down the line. But I like this idea of having like your own little village that's not just a profile picture project. Um, and then the last thing I want to talk about is Reebok. So Reebok dropped an NFT today. I actually saw it mint. It was only 300 items. I didn't get one because honestly, I looked on the secondary. They looked really ugly. The mint was over, but the prices were really low when I saw it. They looked kind of ugly to me, so I didn't pick one up. But these actually went all the way up to zero point 0.3, zero point 0.4 ETH, and they're now kind of coming back down. Um, I don't think that I'm not too crazy about this individual project, but I kind of like what it represents. I think there's this idea of these companies. It gives me kind of a Supreme type of vibe where these companies are going to really kind of give out NFTs, like limited edition NFTs that you have to mint. And, just like Supreme has limited edition items, you might be able to get something from Reebok or get something from Adidas. So I'm really excited about other companies doing something similar. And I also think that this is a way for these companies, like, who are behind Nike or who are behind the big names to kind of innovate and do something different and kind of get their name back out there. So I'm looking forward to what else comes out with these smaller type of projects, because you could see a different project come out for different shoes, and that would be really cool. So I'm going to be on the lookout more of these projects. I do think that if you get one of these, especially because they're so small in numbers, you can get a quick flip and make good profit off of these. So this is something where tools like Mobi come in handy. I was kind of just sitting on this live feeds trend of mints and sales all day, just kind of seeing what was coming in. I have a whole video on how to use Mobi and different tools, so you can check that out. But this is where these things come in handy to spot these types of mints. So keep an eye out for these smaller collections. I do think other companies are going to be dropping things pretty soon as well. Especially with the news of Adidas coming into the space as well. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully this was a helpful video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I hope you would hit the subscribe button and like the video. It really helps me out. I'm also sharing all this stuff on Twitter, so would love to interact with you guys there. But take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.